Hello, welcome back. I'm Darren, and today, hopefully, I'm looking better. So it had to be the darkest day in the whole of the year at 6 p.m. in the middle of summer, unfortunately, and I don't have any type of lighting, so I'm not sure if this is going to come across decent quality or not. But I did invest a small amount of money in a new webcam. So we have the Elgato Facecam Pro, which is 4K 60. Cost me about £250. I'll be honest, if this works good enough for £250, I'm done at that. I don't really see the need at spending more. I'm not some sort of studio or anything. So let me know in the comments what you think, if it looks better, if it is an improvement. I hope it is, because the last one was a... Is this disconnected? Let's have a look. Yeah, okay. This was actually what I bought for my wife whilst we were in lockdown, so that she could do team views. So it's just a Logitech stream cam, I think it is. I mean, it's a pretty decent camera. I don't know what it was. I think it was about 80 quid. It did the job, but obviously I noticed that when I'm doing these recordings, I have to have an incredible amount of light. Like, this would not work with the light that I've got now. I'd need a lot more daylight. If not, it would be really nasty. So, yeah, let me know what you think. 250 quid, good money, bad money. Should have bought something else. Should have bought a mirrorless camera for $1,000 or something. I don't know. Is what it is. But yeah, just a quick one. I believe tomorrow I am possibly in a chat with Frogboy X1 Gaming. I'm not sure if that materialises or not, but hopefully it will. I think I might have upset him by using one of his quotes, but it's all good. We'll go for it. I'm not going to speak too much tonight, because if we talk too much about it now, there'll be nothing to talk about. But effectively, like I said, you've seen the videos that I'm putting up. I'm going through at the moment, just basically going through some games to see how important upscalers are at this moment in time on modern day GPUs, and even very expensive modern day GPUs. Now, I believe that they're important and they are something to take into consideration, and some people don't, and that's totally cool. Each to their own. It's the beauty of PC, right? Personal computer. That's what it's called. Personal computer. Use it how you like. No one can tell you otherwise. So, it's something that's important to me. If it's not important to other people, that's totally fine. But I think it's something that people should... If I'm giving advice, I think it's something that people should take into consideration. Especially going into the future. No one knows what games are around the corner, and games are certainly not getting easier to run from what I've noticed in the last 5 or 6 games that I've downloaded. So I'll try and get something uploaded tonight. I don't know. I'm not sure if I'm going to need to download any type of software for tomorrow. I don't know if it's something that I'll try and record or I'll try and live stream. I don't know how to do any of that type of stuff. I'm extremely new to this. I'm kind of just starting to, if you've noticed, maybe get a little bit more comfortable in front of the camera. But I don't kind of rehearse or do anything. I just pull stuff on the fly. And I do use stuff that I see throughout the day as like inspiration for what I'm going to talk about. So it's not always directed at a single person. And to be honest, most of the time it's not directed at a single person. I am involved on a lot of groups within kind of Reddit or Facebook. So I read a lot of stuff through the day. I read a lot of comments, a lot of wild comments, and I tend to react to those in probably ways that maybe I shouldn't. Probably I get worked up by some stuff, but I mean we're only human and we all do. But at the same time, it gives me content. You know what I mean? It gives me a discussion to talk about when I see people arguing about something, sometimes quite passionately. I think it's something that's good to discuss because at the end of the day, if we are real, we're all gamers. We shouldn't be fighting. You know, do we ever get to the point where someone says this game runs better on my GPU and we turn around and say, oh, that's cool. Like, fair play to you. I'm glad that runs better on your GPU. Or do we go to war over it? Bit strange, really, isn't it? Bit of a strange world we live in. So I'll leave the recording there. It doesn't need to go on much longer. This is obviously, like I said, this is the Elgato Facecam Pro. So it is the 4K 60 FPS running in not particularly great light. Again, I will show you the box. Maybe if someone's watching this and thinking, it's got some kind of autofocus collar thing going on there. I don't know what the autofocus is like on this. Probably alright, I guess. I don't know. I'll let you decide. But yeah, if anyone's looking at maybe something that doesn't break the bank, but I mean, it's not cheap. It's 250 quid. In the US, I don't know how much you'd be paying for that. Maybe $250. I couldn't tell you. It doesn't always convert that way, so... But the other thing I will say is, and I'm going to kind of probably go through this tomorrow, because at the same time, when we're talking about graphics cards, not everyone is in the same region. I've tried to say this a lot of times when I'm talking, and I understand that in different places in the world, like, you know, hardware and box get kind of a bit slated for their apparent bias towards NVIDIA. Now, I don't particularly remember hearing them say particularly nice things about NVIDIA. Now, at the end of the day, if they're doing a product review or they're putting they're doing a side by side, and they choose the NVIDIA, it doesn't mean that they like NVIDIA. It just means that they think that it's the better product. It's got nothing to do with the brand. I don't think that they're ever particularly nice towards NVIDIA. But I do believe when they talk that in Australia, AMD GPUs are extremely expensive compared to the rest of the world. So you have to remember to take that into account. And it's kind of the same. I'll probably go through it in a video with you on here where I go through some of the websites, just so that you're aware that when I'm kind of, you know, comparing GPUs, the prices that they are in the UK, because I know there's a lot of talk about saving a ton of money with AMD. It's not like that here. Now, it might be if you pick up a certain deal on something, or, you know, every retailer has generally a different price, and every retailer has generally a deal or not a deal. So you never really, you can't really say this model is this price and that's it. It doesn't work like that. But I can safely say that the cost between my RTX 4080 and my 7900 XT was less than £100. So now, if the difference for you is £300 or £400, then there is a different, you know, you could come to a different conclusion, and that's completely fine, because you have more reason to come to a different conclusion. But you might be in a situation where the difference is only £50, or you might come into the conversation where you managed to find a 4080 on a deal and it was actually ended up cheaper through the deal than what the AMD GPU was. So, you know, there's a lot to take into consideration. So, like I said, I've got nothing against, I enjoy all my products, and I rate them on what I think of the product. I don't rate them on the brand that they go by. So if that's the type of content that you like or that you trust in, then fair enough. But that's it. I'll leave it there. I don't want to say too much because if I talk too much about my thoughts about too much stuff, then, if me and Andrew are talking tomorrow night and I've said everything that there is to be said, then there'll be nothing to talk about. So I'll leave it there. And if you enjoyed the watch, then awesome. Maybe hit me a like. And then I kind of realised that at least you did. And I will catch you in the next one.